Good morning, my friends. How are you? You guys paying attention to what's going on in the world? We sure are, and it doesn't look really good. So for Texas, they're predicting another winter blast sometime in January. So we are stocking up on our firewood, and we're getting our propane together and our gasoline. And gas right now, guys, is skyrocketing. I think I told you the other day it was $3.09 a gallon, and now it's like $3.25 a gallon. So it is literally overnight just going crazy. So I wanted to give you an update on what's growing here in the high tunnel in the fall here in Texas. Also wanted to give you an update on what's going on back there with the big high tunnel. How did my rodent deterrent work? How is the azotin working? So we have lots of things to update you on. Everything in here is looking pretty good, but I will tell you I'm still suffering some rodent damage, and our little trap, the little wind-up trap that we got. Hi, Miss Bear. She's a mess. The little wind-up trap, we have caught 5 mice, and Greg has taken them and released them. And the rodent deterrent, like I said, works for like a night or two, and then they come right back, especially after we water in these raised beds. These tubs are so far okay. I'm not sure if it's because they can't quite get up there, and this wood makes it easier to jump up and get in there and start having their meals. And then over there on the south wall, some of the tubs, and I think what I'm going to have to do is pull those tubs away from the wood side so that they can't jump in there. Getting really frustrated about that, and I think that we are going to have to go to the ugly traps. The ugly traps. I really don't want to do that, but cannot let them come in and be destructive on our garden, especially when that big one goes in back there. But let's walk around, and then I'm going to show you a new thing that we are trying for this winter. We are getting very, very serious. You know what, I say that all the time, guys, but each and every year we get a little bit more serious. Greg and I have gardened. I've gardened for probably 15, 16 years, but and this has been our outdoor garden, and you can go back and look at some of my older videos and see how well we did. And but we really kicked it in gear just these last couple of years, because we really feel like the Lord is leading us to be as self-sustainable as we can be. And so that's why we're doing the new thing that I'm going to show you here in just a bit. So let's go over here and let's look at everything that's still growing. It is October the 25th, guys, and it's supposed to be 90 degrees here in Texas. We're expecting some severe weather to move in on Wednesday, and then temperatures to drop down into the 70s. But still, guys, that's quite warm going into November. So everything is really doing well, especially the tomatoes. The tomatoes are just exploding. They're loving the cool evenings, and the fruit is setting well. And so we are still getting some tomatoes. We are still getting some beautiful bell peppers. But also our cool weather plants are prospering. So let's walk around and let me show you what's going on. Ooh, look, there's a little fella in there. He wasn't in there this morning, so he must have just got in there in the last couple of hours. So I think I'm going to go in here and add more of my onion starts, because I do think that helped, especially around this chard and this kale. Still little nibbles on my bok choy, but I think, yep, there's some aphids. Going to have to get the neem oil out, and Greg's probably going to have to spray again with the azotin. So yeah, my bok choy in this raised bed on the north side of the high tunnel keeps getting nibbles and is having a difficult time. But look at this tomato plant, full of buds. Now I'm not sure that these, the ones that are, the ones that are just now flowering out will come to fruition before we get a freeze or a frost, but they may. I really don't know what to expect right now through the fall, but I know that they say January is going to be pretty rough on us. So here are more of my tomatoes. These are some Romas. Beautiful, beautiful. And these are some beefsteaks. You can see we are just fighting this black spot, but we're going to go ahead and let these tomatoes come to fruition, and then we'll pull that up. And so I did go ahead and throw out some lettuce seed in here, and you can see some of it starting to come up. Need to get in here and do some watering. It looks like one of my doggies decided to make a dash through here, so we're going to have to work on that. Here's my celery, guys. Absolutely beautiful celery. Radishes. This arugula, I'm going to cut some of this back and bag it up for the week. Here is my Napa cabbage. Let's look and see if we're seeing any insect. No, I'm not really, but something is munching on it, so we'll have to do some more investigating. The bok choy in this tub, like I said, it doesn't seem like they're able to get up here and bother these, so we'll be having some fresh bok choy. Here is some broccoli and my carrots. So here's more lettuce mixture. There's some more celery, and I have some more of my onion starts. So let's look. Woo-wee. Looky there. Some beautiful little cauliflower. Ooh, what is that? I'm gonna have to check and see what that is. And then we have some cabbage. Some more cauliflower. And I see the worm, guys, is really starting to affect it. And I know, Rob, you said to go ahead and cover this up, which I'll do. We have some more coming in here. We have some broccoli, more cabbage. So on down the line here, my middle row still seems to be doing well. And here's some kohlrabi. See, look at this, guys. What in the world? Is this a rabbit or is this a rodent? Let me know your thoughts, because we have been closing it up, so rabbits should not be getting in here, but it doesn't mean that they're not. But look, almost looks like somebody just cut it. So that wood board back there is what I was telling you about. I think if I pull these out where they can't get in there so easily, it might help me a little bit. And maybe if I put some onion starts in there. But how frustrating it is. Look, down to the nub. I don't even know if these are salvageable. Let me know your thoughts on this too. I don't know if these will come back. I don't think that they will, but maybe you guys know something I don't. Swiss chard here, this kale, starting to get some bites, but that one, I think the kale will come back, but still, I mean, my goodness, guys. Here's some more Swiss chard, and good grief. Yeah, the big traps are coming out, guys. Big traps are coming out. So I need to do some watering, have some more kohlrabi here, and here is some garlic. So thankfully, they're leaving this raised bed alone now, but I'm watching it. I come out here and check it every day to see if there's any pulled up plants or any damage, and so far, it's okay. Good grief. So let's check out. Oh, look at how these tomato plants, guys, these volunteer tomato bushes have just come up from where we had tomatoes in this raised bed over the summer. But let's look at some of these bell peppers. I know I picked a couple of big ones off of here earlier, but I'm still getting some beautiful peppers. Look at this beautiful bell pepper. We have several on these plants. Oh my goodness. Looking really, really gorgeous. And then my cabbage. Like I said, we're going to have quite a bit of cabbage. Got big plans for that. Let's see what we got over here. Oh yeah. See, there's another beautiful bell pepper. So the bell pepper season isn't quite over yet, guys. Not here in Texas, at least. Look, the wind caught this one. Spinach is starting to pop. You know that the heat is still on here in Texas, and so I think it would be doing much better if we had some cooler days. So hopefully after that front moves through, we'll stay cool for a little bit. But yeah, getting some weeds trying to come up in here. Got to stay on top of that. But yeah, I think that we'll have a pretty good sizable spinach harvest. So you can see Greg has got the west wall framed out with the set post in concrete. So he's got to start building the frames for the door here. And then you can see back there, he has that just about all the posts set there. And then he'll start the framing. Luckily, he did already get the bottoms framed out. And about midway, it's going to take some more of those 2x8s treated lumber. But I'm just getting so antsy about getting all of this planted just to see what we can do. And you can see that water well tank back there. So still lots to go on this. Hopefully he'll have the bulk of it done by the weekend. I sure hope so, because we're going to have to try to get that plastic pulled. We're going to have to get quite a few people over here to get it pulled before those north winds start kicking in. And I'm telling you, when they start here, they don't stop. So what's our new thing? Grow lights. So Greg has started to see what we can do with some grow lights here in one of our back rooms, and I'll zero in and let you see it a little bit closer. But I'll tell you, he got that grow light on eBay. It was broken, somebody said, for like 60 bucks, and he thought he could fix it, and we got it in, and lo and behold, he could fix it. So our test plants are going to be the bullnose bell peppers. You can see he has started these from seed, and they are doing quite fantabulous here. And then we took a sucker from one of my Roma tomatoes yesterday, and we're going to try to get that going. And yeah, we're going to see what we can do on the inside, guys. So this is a new thing for us, but you can see how lush and dark these leaves are and how big those stalks are. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. This did not look so good this morning, but it is starting to perk up. And hey, you never know, we might be able to find a corner of the house where we can grow a bell pepper plant and a tomato plant all year long, so that we can enjoy those two staples of our diet. Here is a gander of the tomatoes that we put in the ground. Look at these, guys. I mean, they're just gorgeous. I may have to have me some fried green tomatoes. But we have just clusters of them. So I'm really thankful that I got these seeds started, and we got these in the ground a little bit earlier than what we did last year. These are those little blueberry tomatoes, and then they do turn red. Here's more. Let's try one of these babies. Still, I mean, the fresh taste of homegrown tomatoes. Boy, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. So, yeah. We have some clusters there. This one looks like something's going on with it. But it's got a couple of really nice sized tomatoes. Need to get in here and probably do some pruning. I'm not sure, guys, that we'll keep this going over the winter. So right now I just want to get what I can get off of them. But here's your view. And that other high tunnel is straight across there. So we can go back and forth. So the goal of our channel is, and always has been, to encourage you guys to start growing your own food, to do some gardening, learn how to preserve, learn how to can, learn how to dehydrate, learn how to freeze dry, all kinds of methods on blanching and freezing for certain items, on how to preserve your harvest. Number one, it's way more healthier for you. Number two, it's way more cheaper for you. Number three, and it's good to have something that you can fall back on in the event of any kind of emergency, which we seem to have a whole heck of a lot of here lately. So anyway, be sure and hit that subscribe button if you're new to our channel. We appreciate each and every one of our subscribers. Be sure and hit that like button if you like the content of our videos. Be sure and share our videos out there, guys. You know, let people know, especially in the Texas area, that you have someone here that is testing out things and seeing what works for us and at what time of the year and what seasons, and what you can do to give yourself a little bit more security in your family. So take care. God bless. We have a lot going on. We will be in touch, and stay tuned for that part 2 of freeze-dried eggs. We'll see you soon. Thank you all.